So, Power Rangers Dino Fury Season 2 Episode 20, The Invasion. This was the big plot-heavy episode where all the endgame reveals are coming into play for the last couple of episodes leading up to the finale of the series. And things do get very, very crazy, especially at the end of the episode where it's revealed that Amelia is actually an alien. So, I'll talk about that in the next episode because that's where it seems like it's going to play into effect, and we'll learn more about that in the next episode. But Power Rangers Dino Fury Season 2 Episode 20, The Invasion. This episode has kind of a different meaning because we have Rafkons coming down to Earth, and we've also got the Sporix invading the city and taking it over. So the episode has kind of a double meaning with what happened in the episode, with the two different invasions that happened in this episode. But overall, this was a really great episode and had a lot of really great moments in it. I will say that. The fight scenes and stuff like that, most of it was Sentai, most of it was original, but I think they did a really good job in this episode. So, without any further ado, let's talk about Power Rangers Dino Fury Season 2, Episode 20. So the episode picks up where we last left off, where Solon was knocked back due to Void King invading the base and stealing the Sporix. The Rangers quickly arrive on the scene and find out that Solon is kind of okay. She's able to walk it off, which is surprising for her age. And it's also surprising compared to another character that gets knocked around and seems like they're almost killed from that attack. But I guess Solon's not a dragon, a dinosaur, so she's got more thicker skin and more of a hard shell to take a beating compared to being slung into a tree by a bad guy. But we'll talk about that near the end of the episode. So, while the Rangers are trying to figure out what's going on, Amelia gets a phone call from Jane saying that there's an alien invasion happening right now, and the Rangers decide to go outside and check out what's going on. And Harvey has an interesting throwaway line here, which is a reference, but it's a really weird and unique reference because it's a callback reference, and Harvey goes, maybe Lord Zed's back with Galvanex and Vengix. I'm like, that's so weird. But it's always Galvanex and Vengix, and Rita Repulsa is the bad guys I always call back to when it comes to Power Rangers, because I think even in Beast Morphers Episode 1, Vengix gets name dropped when Mayor Daniels is making that speech about all the villains who have tried taking over the Morphin Grid. So the ship comes down and we meet Orria and several other Rafkonian people, and Zato and Ion are over the moon that they're meeting other Rafkons. Now, the Rafkon foot soldier suits are kind of, I don't want to say terrible looking, I don't want to say lazy looking, but they looked more impressive in the trailer because I'm guessing we saw them from a distance when they surrounded the Rangers in that one shot. But they look very A-Squad-ish with how their suit designs look. It look like they slapped together a bunch of motorbike gear and motorbike helmets and paint gun helmets and stuff like that, and spray painted them and made them look really fancy. Not ripping on the costume design people and stuff like that, but they're sort of, I know they're not meant to be like super impressive foot soldiers, but they look very last minute put together for a bunch of extras to sort of wear soldier outfits. But either way, it is what it is, because you don't see many of these characters unmasked or unhelmeted in the episode. So, the Rangers take Orria and the other Rafkon grunts back to their base, and the others go back to the Dino Henge base, where we find out what happened to Rafkon and why they moved it. And we find out that everyone left Rafkon so the planet could heal, and they moved it for safety measures so no one would find an empty planet in the middle of nowhere and probably try taking it over. But Zato and Ion give the big bombshell that Lord Zed has destroyed the planet and Rafkon is no more. So Orria's like, alright, can I have a word with you two? She takes him out back and says, alright, so us Rafkonians are going to need a new place to hang out. We're just going to chill out on Earth. And Ion and Zato are like, that's great, Rafkons and humans living together. And she's like, oh no, I did some back checking and some history lessons and some Wikipedia searches on Earth, and these people are assholes. Like, they start wars, they pollute their planet, so we're just going to take it over and colonize it, and this will be our planet now. And Zato's like, yo, we can't let you do that because this is our home, our friends, and we protect this place. So it looks like they're going to get into a massive fight, which is something we also saw in the trailer, but things are interrupted because Void Queen has all the Sporix, she lets them go into the city, and everyone is getting invaded by Sporix all across Pine Ridge. And what's really interesting is everyone's sort of taking safety at Buzz Blast, where Warden Garcia has an escape plan planned out, and that does make sense because if you remember, well, I don't know if anyone remembers this or kept track of this fun fact, but Warden Garcia, if I remember correctly, Simon has said this in interviews, he was originally meant to be a police officer, but then stuff happened, so they changed him to a park warden. So he's got that police officer vibe where he wants to get everyone to safety, even though he's just like a park ranger. So it's cool to see Warden Garcia taking charge and stuff like that. But meanwhile, we got Pop Pop out in the middle of nowhere in New Zealand planting trees because they want to help the environment. So Amelia's worried about Pop Pop, but Pop Pop just tells her, hey, just let the Rangers handle this, they'll take it from here. So with Pine Ridge being invaded, we see the Rangers and the Rafkonians working together to fight all the Sporix roaming the city. And I gotta say, it's some really cool original fight scenes between these fights, and they're really freaking amazing, I will say that. I did enjoy the fight scenes we got in this episode. So while this is going on, Void Queen takes one of the Sporix to the dam that Pop Pop is working on, or the forest that's near the dam that Pop Pop is working on, and her plan is to, and this is pretty brutal, get the monster to destroy the dam and flood and drown everyone in the city. I mean, if she did that from the start, like 20 episodes ago, then, well, not 20 episodes ago, if she did that since she was introduced, then I think she would have won already if she went with that plan. I mean, she should have used that plan from the get-go, even though she didn't have all the Sporix on her. I mean, that would have worked either way. But yeah, while this is going on, the Rangers get teleported to where Pop Pop is and where the Monster of the Week is, so there's more fighting and stuff like that between the Rafkonians and the Rangers and stuff like that. And we have Zato and Ion. They get a really cool solo moment where they take down the Monster of the Week while not in the Megazord, in their Dino Knight mode and in Master mode, which was pretty cool. But we have this scene where Sporix tries saving Orria in the episode, but it doesn't go well for him because the shovel breaks and he just gets flung across the screen, hitting a tree. I mean, watching that clip, I had to rewind it because although it was a stunt actor, that stunt actor, I don't know if like they were strung up with strings or anything like that, or he actually launched himself into the tree. That looked like it hurt because they hit that really fast and really hard, and like, gosh dang, like those stunt people who work on Power Rangers, they take a lot of damage that do those stunts where people get knocked into stuff or they hit trees, like what happened to the stunt actor for Pop Pop. I mean, that was crazy. But with the Monster of the Week destroyed and stuff like that, Amelia reveals her identity to Pop Pop and takes him back to the Dino base, and Pop Pop believes he doesn't have much time left, and he gives Amelia a big bombshell saying, about your parents, when many years ago when I was working at Area 62, there was an alien couple trapped under the rubble, and they asked me to protect something, and it was you. You're an alien. And that's the big cliffhanger for the episode where Amelia is revealed to be an alien. So that's going to be interesting moving forward, although I kind of know what kind of alien she is, but I can't wait to see where the show is going to go next moving forward, and I do wonder what's going to happen to like Amelia's Pop Pop, if he's going to make it out of this or not. We don't know yet, but it was a really fun episode that I enjoyed quite a fair bit, a lot of cool action scenes and stuff like that, and I got a kick out of it, I will say that. So, anyway guys, what did you think of Power Rangers Dino Fury Season 2, Episode 20? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. With that said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys later. Peace out, take care, bye.